I was real curious when I heard about the Tireblocks, basically because they were lighter than the tire balls, and so I knew like less wheel weight would be a huge advantage versus tire balls, so it was really important for me to try them. And then once I did try them, I actually figured out that they deadened the blow, like on square edge impact and everything else. It made it a lot smoother ride. From my personal experience, I've hit in the corner so hard with the front wheel that I've blown the tire off the bead, and I continued the race, and I had no clue that it wasn't even on the bead. You know, it's just things like that you know, make me a believer and make me convinced in the product for sure. Side by side is particularly cool because, you know, I run a little bit of air over the Tireblocks on the side by side, and in a situation like at Utah, it was mostly sand, and normally in a side by side, I wouldn't get away with anything less than, you know, 12 pounds, maybe 8 pounds minimum if there were no rocks. Well, I ran my tire pressure at 4 pounds so that the tire would spread out and catch more traction. And you can't do that with air because, number one, it'd flip off the bead. Number two, it would be so easy to get a flat. So easy to get a flat with that little amount of air. So, I mean, it's a pretty big advantage if you know what to do with it. That's for sure.
Before, I never ran any run flat system, and it used to kind of plague it. It used to be one of those things where I had to slow down and watch what I was doing, being like, oh, there's a big rock, I gotta slow down, get out of the way, move over. But now these days, running the speeds with everybody else, you can't run without Tireblocks. It is a must-have because it gives you such confidence. You don't have to slow down for anything. It doesn't matter what's in your way. You can hit it at any speed you want, and you don't have to worry about a flat tire. I didn't feel any difference in the car. It was one of those things where I could lower the tire pressures. Instead of running 15 psi, I can go down to 8 psi, 6 psi, have more traction, have a better feel for the track. It was one of those things that actually was a benefit for me, and the acceleration was an issue because it doesn't add very much weight to a tire. So the overall weight, not an issue. It was actually more of a benefit for me. Now I just have pure peace of mind that I can go through as fast as I want and keep charging 110% rather than being like, oh, I need to slow down. I have to take this corner slow and lose ground. I don't have that anymore. This year especially, if you're not running Tireblocks, you're going to be stopping every race for a flat tire. It's already happened to the majority of my friends that are racing, and they're like, how do you not get flats? And I'm like, I run Tireblocks. If you're not on them, I don't know why you're not. It is basically the key component to finishing these races. You can't drive a car with a flat tire.
One of the greatest aspects is the confidence that you acquire not having to deal with puncturing a tire, whether you're riding in rocky condition, or out in the woods, or on a racetrack, you know, where there's a lot of rocks, a lot of sharp objects, in the desert racing, cactus, whatever it may be. You know, the confidence in knowing that your tires not going to leave you stranded out there in the middle of nowhere. The product that we use, a very specialized high-density material that we cut to each specific size, whether it's ATV or UTV. Each size is pretty specific. There's a little bit of blending from one size to the other. Recreational rider can benefit huge from this just because it's the confidence and being able to go out and make it home without having a tire issue, you know, the hunter or the farmer, whatever it may be.